Everything that has been told to you about the law of attraction until today was incomplete. You were only told to want, but no one ever explained to you how to persuade that massive power inside you, your subconscious. In this video, we will complete that missing piece. I will show you how to use the power of your subconscious, because the moment you convince your subconscious, everything changes. This is the most powerful secret of the law of attraction. If you're ready, let's begin, because in a moment, you will take back control of your life. Chapter 1. The Invisible Programmer Who Writes Your Destiny. There are two versions of you directing your life. The first is you, the one listening to me right now, your conscious mind, the one who plans, dreams, and makes decisions. You are the captain standing in the bridge of the ship, giving orders to the wheel. You want to draw a new route. You want to sail to a richer harbor, to a happier island. But there is also a second you, the one who works in the massive engine room of that ship, igniting the motors. The one who actually moves the ship forward, silent and invisible. That is your subconscious. You consciously give the command, I want to be wealthy. But the invisible programmer in the engine room works with a code that was written years ago. Maybe with the code money is hard to earn, which you heard as a child, or the code people like us can never be rich. And no matter how much you turn the wheel toward the harbor of wealth, the programmer in the engine room keeps directing the ship back to the old, safe route, the harbor of poverty and scarcity. And then you ask yourself, why can't I move forward? The great thinker of the 20th century, psychologist Carl Jung, summarized this situation with a brilliant quote. He said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." Yes, what you call fate is actually the result of internal programs you're not even aware of. Your fate is in the hands of your subconscious. It is the storage of your beliefs, fears, habits, and your deepest assumptions. And its power is far greater than your conscious mind. You cannot defeat it with willpower. It's like an ant fighting an elephant. So how do you win this battle? By not fighting. Instead of fighting it, by learning its language. By talking to it not as an enemy, but as a partner, because that programmer is not evil. It is simply repeating old commands written to protect you. Your job is to give it new commands, to show it a new route, to a new destination. But how did those old and harmful codes, those limiting beliefs holding you back, even get there? And more importantly, how will you identify this traitor in your mind and reprogram it? Now we're arriving at the most critical part, because I'm about to give you the key that will change that programmer. Chapter 2. The Story of the Guardian Inside You. Now I'll give you a secret about that invisible programmer, your subconscious. It's not a bad guy. It's not a traitor. It's a guardian sworn to protect you. But there is a problem. This guardian received its commands when you were very little and didn't yet understand the world. Think about it. You were a tiny child. Maybe one day you excitedly told your father about a dream, and he, in a tired moment, said, "Don't talk nonsense. We don't have time for that." In that moment, your inner guardian took a note. Dreaming is dangerous. Dreams cause disappointment. Command: stay away from dreams. Maybe you made a mistake at school and your teacher scolded you in front of everyone. Remember that shame you felt. The guardian took another note. Mistakes are shameful. Mistakes hurt. Command: don't take risks. Stay safe. Don't try. Maybe money was the biggest source of conflict in your home. You constantly heard there's no money. The guardian wrote its final note. Money is stress. Money is conflict. Money is dangerous. Command: stay away from money. It's not for us. See, these limiting beliefs, these codes holding you back, were not your choices. They were old security protocols designed to protect you from pain and danger. Your subconscious runs these programs to keep you alive. It fears that if you get rich, fights will happen. It fears that if you try something new, you'll fail and feel ashamed. That's why you cannot defeat it with sheer willpower. Because whenever you try to take a new step, the guardian inside you sounds the red alarm, danger zone. Go back. And it drags you back to the old, familiar, comfortable, but unhappy life. So what are we going to do? How will we train this loyal but misdirected guardian? How will we communicate with it? Here is where the biggest mistake happens. You try to explain things to it logically. You say, look, this job will be profitable. This relationship will make me happy. But it does not understand the language of logic, as Carl Jung pointed out. The subconscious does not speak words or logic. It speaks an entirely different language. The language of symbols, feelings, and images. Your rational mind's language is foreign to it. So what language does it understand? How do you win over this mysterious and powerful guardian, this loyal but misprogrammed servant? Now it's time to learn the most powerful subconscious persuasion technique. Now, you will learn to speak its language. Chapter 3. The language of the subconscious, emotions and visuals. There are two basic rules for communicating with the subconscious. Once you place these two rules at the center of your life, manifestation and the law of attraction become like a toy for you. Rule 1. The subconscious understands images, it's not words. Rule 2. The subconscious understands emotions, not logic. It's that simple. Images and emotions. Yet what do? You stand in front of the mirror and repeat, I am rich. I am rich hundreds of times. This is like shouting in Turkish to someone who doesn't speak Turkish. You only tire yourself. Words cannot pass through the guardian at the gate of the subconscious. Because the word rich is just a word to you. But for your subconscious, that word is matched with the image of the fights, the lack, and the stress you saw as a child. So when you say rich, it hears danger. So let's change the game. Approach it not with words, but with a mental movie. Whatever you want to attract into your life, visualize it as if it has already happened in the finest detail. This is the power of visualization. Don't just say, I want to be rich. Imagine the exact moment you see the numbers you want in your bank account. Imagine the smile on your face, your heartbeat speeding up. Maybe you'll take a deep breath and feel the weight of years lift off your shoulders. Feel that relief. Do you want your dream house? Visualize the moment you open its front door. Feel your hand on the doorknob. Smell the scent of a new home. Feel the sun warming your face through the windows. Hear the sound of the wooden floor under your feet. This is the language the subconscious understands. Vivid, clear sensory images. But something is missing. The fuel that brings this image to life, emotion. You must fill this mental movie with intense emotion. But not just any emotion. The most powerful emotion for creation is gratitude. Gratitude as if it has already happened. As if you've already earned that money, already moved into that house, already started that relationship. That deep feeling of gratitude is the strongest signal you can send to the subconscious. It says, hey guardian, look, everything is safe. This new situation is wonderful. We don't need the old programs anymore. Our new reality is this. Carl Jung devoted his life to understanding these inner symbols and images, because he knew that true transformation in the depths of the mind happens not through words, but through these powerful inner images and the emotional energy attached to them. So when will you play this mental movie? Is every hour of the day equally effective? No, there is a magical doorway that opens to the subconscious. A moment when the guardian is the sleepest, the least offensive, when you can whisper new commands most easily. Chapter 4. The Twilight Zone of the Mind. The 5 minutes before sleep, I told you there is a secret passage to the subconscious. This passage opens twice every day, right before you fall asleep, that drowsy moment. And the moment you wake up, that sleepy, foggy state. These are called alpha and theta brainwave states. But forget the scientific terms. Think of it like this. Your conscious mind, the captain who constantly talks, analyzes, worries, is slowly falling asleep. And the doors of the engine room open wide. The guardian is sleepy. The critical factor is turned off. This is the most fertile soil for planting seeds. When you go to bed with the stress and worries of the day, do you know what you're doing? You are planting all the negativity, the debts, the arguments, the fears, into the most fertile soil of your subconscious. And then you wonder why the same problems grow again the next day. You are poisoning your own garden with your own hands. But not tonight. Starting tonight, everything will change. Those last 5 minutes before sleep will become your sacred time. Put down your phone. Turn off the TV. Leave the day's problems outside the door. Lie down in your bed and do what we talked about in the previous chapter. Start playing your mental movie. You are the main character of the life you desire. Don't watch the movie. Be inside it. See what you want to see. Hear what you want to hear. Most importantly, feel what you want to feel. The freedom and security that money brings. The love and peace that a beautiful relationship brings. The energy and vitality of a healthy body. And add the strongest fuel, gratitude. Fall asleep feeling as if everything is already yours. Thank you, because my life is wonderful. Thank you, because everything is going well. Thank you, because I already have everything I desire. When you fall asleep with this feeling, your subconscious spends the entire night processing this new command. It begins to accept this new image as your new reality. It deletes the old corrupted programs and installs the new bright software you have written. This is not a one-time job. This is a habit. Every night, patiently, faithfully, plant those seeds like a gardener. Carl Jung said, "One who does not face their own darkness will project it onto others." This practice is illuminating your inner darkness, the programs of fear and scarcity, with the light of the feelings of the reality you desire. This method is known simply as the sleep state technique or before sleep programming. It is the simplest, most effective, most scientific technique to use the power of the subconscious. But sometimes the subconscious is so stubborn that even this nightly ritual isn't enough. Some deep-rooted beliefs built over years require an even stronger intervention. So what is the final and most powerful technique that will break even the toughest? Rust is codes, the technique that convinces the subconscious so completely that it can no longer doubt. We've now reached the step that changes the game completely. Chapter 5. Creating Evidence. The Power of Small Victories. Until now, you've shown your subconscious a new image and loaded that image with emotion. But sometimes that skeptical inner voice whispers, "This isn't real. You're just fooling yourself." The subconscious loves concrete evidence. It relies on what actually happens in the real world. This is why you must give it proof that what you want is possible. On the road to your big dream, set small, achievable goals. Let's call these evidence goals. Let's say your goal is to earn $1,000 more per month. For your subconscious, this may be a huge and unbelievable leap. The guardian immediately shouts, "Impossible!" To shrink the goal, set the intention to earn an extra $100 this week. Think of how you can earn that $100. Maybe you can sell something you don't use. Maybe you can work one extra hour. Maybe you can take a small job using your skill. Set your intention. Before sleep, imagine yourself having earned that $100, holding it in your hand, and feel the sense of success and capability. And then take action. The moment you earn that $100, that's when the magic happens. You don't just earn $100. You send a powerful message to your subconscious. See? It was possible. I did it. I am someone who can create money. This small victory creates a crack in the old "I can't do it" code. It is your new evidence. Then increase the goal slightly, minus $250, then $500. Each small victory is a light entering through that crack. Each piece of evidence weakens the resistance of the guardian. Your subconscious begins to accept your new reality. I can make money. I am worthy. I can succeed. Don't try to jump to your big dream all at once. Climb the stairs one step at a time. Each step strengthens your faith in the next. Remember, attracting everything you desire into your life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. This is not a magic trick that happens overnight. It is a conscious creation process. Let's summarize. Understand the guardian inside you, your subconscious. Know that it is not your enemy, but an old program trying to protect you. Speak. It's language, not logic, but the clear images you visualize and the intense emotions you attach to them. Use the mind's most fertile time, those last 5 minutes before sleep, and turn them into a sacred ritual where you fall asleep in gratitude, imagining the life you desire Give it evidence. Build its belief with small victories that prove your desires are possible. This is the 4-step roadmap to persuading your subconscious and taking control of your life. Call it the law of attraction. Affirmations or manifestation, it doesn't matter. They all unite at this core principle, as Carl Jung said, who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakens. Today, you looked inside, and your awakening is just beginning. Apply these methods, patient, and watch how your life begins, step by step, to transform in miraculous ways. Once those invisible walls collapse, there will be no goal you cannot reach, no dream you cannot live. Because stop searching for power outside. The power was always inside you. You just didn't know how to use it. Now you do. This is the secret. The rest is up to you. Now I want only one thing from you. Tonight, when you lie down in bed, don't fill your mind with the worries and fears of the day. Set them aside. Instead, do only this. Fall asleep with a deep, heartfelt gratitude, as if everything is already yours, and quietly whisper to yourself, "Thank you, because my life is wonderful. Thank you, because everything is going well. Thank you, because I have everything I desire." Sleep with this feeling, wake up with this reality, and I want to thank you for staying until the end and giving yourself this chance. Know that everything I've told you this nightly ritual, I practice every night myself, because I know that the greatest transformations begin in the quietest moments, with the simple but powerful words we whisper to ourselves. And remember, I will always be here, continuing to make videos so you can shine your light. See you in the next video.